I'm here with the family.
Bryce, XXV, Double I,
Rome,
D-Melo,
Gruff Lion.
T-Boogie, man.
Just the greatest sports show on the planet. La Familia. Hope y'all ready for a ride.
Can't wait to hear what you guys got to say.
Yes, sir. You know what it is, man. It's your favorite late night sports show on the internet. Gas presents sports for the culture. I'm tonight's host, your boy Young Rome 22 on all socials as always, man. And you know what time it is, man. It's NFL prediction week. The week one of the NFL is about to kick off this Sunday. We just had college football week one this past weekend, so we're gonna get into that as well. But before we get started, I'm gonna let the fellas introduce themselves. I'm gonna start with the guy in that ugly ass jersey down there on the bottom left.
what up, man? It's Scruff Skywalker, man. You can find me on all socials with the handle above, and you can find me here repping the set, man. Eagles, man, reigning champions. You feel me? Y'all gonna have to kiss the ring literally on Thursday. Watch the ring ceremony. You know, maybe one day y'all could aspire to be something like that.
Yo, I just can't wait to get this season kicked off, man, so the Eagle fans can shut the hell up and we can get back to reality, man. Y'all had y'all run. That season's over. It's time for a new one. Let me kick it to the resident coach, man. Bottom right, introduce yourself.
T-Boogie, man. Wash hands, wash ass. Hey, man, it's football season. Football is officially back, man. This is like, it's not a brewski, but it's cold brewski season, baby. Hey, this Bryce put something in the group chat, man. He said this is a holiday. You know what I'm saying? This is a holiday.
Yeah.
And it is, man. I'm already thinking about kickoff menus, and you know what I'm saying. I'm just so happy to be in the NFL season, man. You know what I'm saying. With that being said, let's get into the show.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And last but never least, man, top left, introduce yourself.
Hey, did my man just pop a surge, bro? I ain't seen a surge in years, man. What kind of soda was that?
Sparkling water.
At Bryce XXV aka Mr. Big Leaguer, man. This is definitely like a holiday week. I was telling Rome just a little bit ago. This is the closest thing to a Christmas break that grown men get, man. All right. This is like Christmas break mixed with first week of summer, mixed with the spring break, mixed with the Thanksgiving holiday, all wrapped into one, man. I love it. Best time of the year. And the wild thing, one more thing I gotta say, it always feels like the football season is so far away, bro. But when they get here, it be like, where did the time go, dog? I swear, it never fails, man. Definitely excited for it, though.
Nah, man, it's definitely my personal favorite time of the year. Fall football season. It's my lady's least favorite time of the year. She's about sick of all the sports, all the football I've had on TV already. And one thing she's definitely sick of hearing about is Michael Parsons. So that's in her honor. We're gonna start the show tonight with that Michael Parsons trade. One of the bigger trades in NFL history, or at least in recent memory for sure. So I want to get everybody's thoughts on that overall trade real quick. Did the Cowboys get fleeced? Does Jerry Jones still know what he's doing? Are the Packers legit contenders for the Super Bowl now, man? Let's have at it. Jump ball on this one.
Did the Packers, the Cowboys? I don't think the Cowboys got fleeced. I don't think they got fleeced at all. I will say this: like, it's rare that you can trade for, or you know, what I'm saying, trade away a generational talent, especially a pass rusher, man, a position that's like so marquee that affects the game. And but they did it. But I was thinking the last time I seen this was Khalil Mack, right? And when Khalil Mack got traded, I feel like both teams lost. You know what I'm saying? Nobody went on a playoff run. Nobody went to the Super Bowl. Nobody, you know what I'm saying? Did anybody even win the division since that trade? So I don't know that it's going to be the same this time, but potentially the Packers got better. You know what I'm saying? They were already a top defense. Add a dog to a top defense. The defense just stands to get better. But I did hear something crazy, man. Like, they said the man pregnant or something, man. The man got to get an epidural before the games. Man, I ain't never heard of an epidural when you're not having a baby. And they say the baby is one of the worst type of pains. So if you get an epidural, you probably having one of the worst type of pains. So if if somebody got gypped, man, if you paid that much for a guy that with back problems, because you can't get a new back, you can get that hip replacement, that knee replacement, you can't get that back replacement, man. So yeah, if he's not healthy and he's not the same guy at least this season, then the Cowboys won.
Hey, that's actually a solid take there, T. It turns out the back injury is indeed real. I know a lot of people thought he was just faking out for the hold in, hold out, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, there are reports that he may need an epidural to play this Sunday, man. So with that in mind, Bryce, I'm gonna throw it to you now, man. Do you think the Packers may have lost this trade?
It really depends what you think Michael Parsons is, bro. Like, I think Michael Parsons is an elite pass rusher, right? But some think that's a one-trick pony. You know what I'm saying? Like, we saw the contract Myles Garrett got shortly before Michael Parsons, and that guy does it all. You turn on the tape for the last couple of seasons, bro. I'm thinking back to when I think it was the Packers that had the Cowboys in the playoffs, right? A couple of years ago, where the Cowboys got blown out and embarrassed. And Michael Parsons was a no-show. He was a non-factor because I feel like once you have a certain game plan, you're able to negate Michael Parsons' strengths, which is getting to the passer. And it's not getting to the passer it's not like he's playing the run on the way to the passer, right? I mean, they're hiding him in the formation, they're hiding him in the line. Like they got to do some creative things at times to really maximize his strengths. I feel like if you view Michael Parsons as an all-around player, then you can't really say that it was a bad trade for the Packers. If I had to pick a winner for the trade, though, I think I probably lean Green Bay. I mean, just because they're getting the known commodity. 2 first-round picks is nice, but like we don't know what those first-round picks will become. I did think Kenny Clark was a nice little trade sweetener though for the Cowboys. Kenny Clark is nothing to joke at. Like he's a serious D tackle. But it's gonna be interesting to track Micah's career from here. I think T made a really good point with Khalil Mack, dog. Like I didn't even think about that. But how often do these pass rushers come in and make immediate impacts turn a team into an instant contender when they're making that much of the cap? I just think it was a very rich deal that the Packers signed Michael Parsons to. I'm not sure that if I don't want to call him a one-trick pony, but I'm not sure that, a player that doesn't really defend the run all that well is worth that much money. We'll see, though.
Hey, that's a good point, man. Scruff, are the Packers the biggest threat to the Eagles after this Michael Parsons trade?
Yeah, absolutely. I do think so. I mean, I really do think so. I mean, the Packers here's the difference between the Bears and the Packers from that Khalil Mack trade thing that y'all was just talking about. Because it's a good point until you really look at it. Like the Bears was not good, and they got Khalil Mack to get good. The Packers are already a good team, so they add Michael Parsons to an already good team. A team that was statistically a top 5 defense last season. Now you add a guy like Michael Parsons in there, and then you're looking pretty good. I love a good practice video. Y'all know me from a few years back. I was watching the practice videos, and Michael Parsons. I don't know who 93 was or whatever, but Michael Parsons making him look like some lunch, man. He was out there looking like cajillion times faster than every other defensive lineman that was out there, bro. So I don't care what epidurals he got to take or whatever. I mean, the Packers got the best end of the deal. You feel me? You can't guarantee you're going to find a guy like that. You know what I'm saying? So, like, there's a chance that you draft somebody in them first 2 rounds, them 2 picks, and you might get a guy that's pretty good, serviceable, starter. You know what I mean? Then you might get, what I'm saying? What are the chances that you're going to draft a guy that's a Pro Bowler or a guy that's a multiple-time perennial Pro Bowler? Like, you're not going to do that, quite frankly. Based on Jerry Jones' drafting record, you're not going to do that. The best draft pick he's ever had is Michael Parsons, bro. So what are we talking about here, bro? I think Michael Parsons is going to be a big impact player for them. Is the injury something to be concerned about? Sure. But I think the Packers is going all in this run, and they pretty young team. They're also one of the youngest teams in the NFL. So the way I see it, like they set up for like the next 8 years, 7, 8 years. Usually people say 4 or 5 year window. Like legit, they got like a 7-year window. Like they're here. They're going to be around for a minute.
Yeah, I think that's a good point on the Packers. I think Michael Parsons is a fairly young player, so getting him signed, even if you don't go win it all this year, I think you definitely have set yourself up in position to remain a contender at a minimum. But I will say this though, man. I think one of the underlying factors in this trade that a lot of people are missing is when Jerry Jones made this trade, trading away Micah, choosing not to pay Micah after he's paid CeeDee Lamb and Dak Prescott. What Jerry's really saying is Dak got to go win this. Like, it's a QB-driven game, and T kind of alluded to it with the Khalil Mack thing. Like, Khalil Mack got traded. Did the needle really move? You know what I'm saying? Did that really change anything? No. It's a QB-driven league. Yes, pass rushers are extremely important, but once you pay your quarterback what you paid Dak, there's not really room to pay a pass rusher like Micah. And I mean, maybe they could have got it done, but I think Jerry Jones made it pretty clear what his expectations are for Dallas. Anybody got anything else on this trade before we move on?
His expectations is not realistic, bro. Because and they're not based on anything of sound logic. So like, if we're thinking like that, then we're no better than him, bro. In reality, 31 out of 32 teams, general managers, the people that are making the decisions, are going to tell you that the pass rush is the most important position in the fucking game, bro. So
not over the quarterback.
It is, bro.
Well, no.
Not over. The guy chasing the quarterback isn't more important than the actual quarterback.
I mean, all right.
Listen, man, I judge.
I mean, look at my team. We just won a Super Bowl, bro. I'm just telling you. Just telling you, bro. The pass rush is super important. The trenches. You can't tell me. I'm sorry. I just feel the way I would say the trenches are what determine if your team is going to be good or not, bro.
I would say it's the next and most important thing for sure. No question.
Bro, when you start saying words like, when I hear the word trenches, Michael Parsons doesn't come to mind when I hear trenches. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the thing about it is like and I don't dislike Micah, but when I'm talking about paying $200 million for a player, I want it to be a player where I can line you up in the same spot every single play, knowing you're gonna get the job done. To me, Micah is like, I got to move you around. I gotta let you go up the A gap sometimes. Every once in a while, I gotta let you drop in the cut. Like it's just, I don't know. Like I like a plug and play. I'm interested to see how the Packers use Micah Parsons. And didn't they just give Rashawn Gary a really big deal at the other edge rusher? That's interesting roster construction, I say too, right? When you paying two guys at the same position, big time money. So I'm interested to see how it plays out, man. It just seemed like a very rich deal for my liking. $47 million a year for Micah. God damn.
I think you bring up a good point though. How they gonna use him, bro? Because like I think we determined him based on what his value was, a little bit based on how the Cowboys was using him, and the Cowboys was using him kind of differently, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I think you put this boy at defensive end full time. What kind of production do you get from him? Like you know what I'm saying? I don't know how they're gonna use him. We'll see. But Packers is a smart team. I think they'll have good.
I don't think he's the type of player you just put at defensive end full time.
I don't know.
I think if you put Michael Parsons defensive end full time, if he's on the right end, we running that 34 lead all day. You know what I'm saying? Like I just feel like if Michael Parsons is on the end, your run game is suspect, bro. If he's on the end all the time. Now you put him at linebacker, you let him blitz from there. Put him next to Quay Walker, guess who's blitzing type of thing every once in a while. Like, I feel like it'll work. But, man, $47 million a year for a guy who you kind of got to scheme around. I don't
think about it, though. They got a lot of versatile. They got a lot of pieces on that defense, a lot of versatile pieces. If I'm not mistaken, they also had Isaiah Simmons on that defense too, right? That they added. So there's a lot of pieces they can move around, bro.
So let me ask you all this then, since we're about to get into our predictions. Does Micah mean that the Green Bay Packers win the NFC North?
Yes.
So you got them over the Lions, over the Vikings?
Nah, I won't. Actually, I don't like the way you phrased your question. But are the Packers going to win the NFC North? Yes. But is Micah the reason? No. But he's part of the reason. He's not the whole reason. He's not that. Packers
so
are
you
already
got
a good team.
Lions. I probably
you
still
got
lean
Green
Lions in the North.
Bryce. You got Lions up winning the North still.
I still lean Lions in the North. I just feel like they're a much more complete team. You know what I'm saying? Like we talking about them bringing in Micah. I think Aiden Hutchinson is probably better than Michael overall football player. Yeah, I go Lions, bro. I go Lions.
I think Packers got it, man. I think the Packers got it. We don't know what Aiden Hutchinson looks like coming off that injury. We don't know what that team looks like without those coordinators. Packers just added firepower. You know what I'm saying? They kept the same piece and added firepower. I know it's not Madden, but I mean that's all you can ask for when you're constructing a roster. I mean, I feel like the Eagles did a similar thing on their ascent to the top. You know, took a good roster and just kept adding firepower. So I'd like the Packers to win that division.
So keep in mind the Packers were third in that division last year behind the Vikings and the Lions. Nobody's got no love for the Vikings in this scenario.
Vikings are automatically taking a step back because of the fact that they got a rookie at quarterback.
Even though they did it with Sam Darnold.
Let's give the man a little bit of respect, bro. He's been in the NFL for like 5-6 years, even if he is a bum.
I mean, JJ McCarthy is supposed to be a hell of a prospect. One of the more accurate passers.
Prospect is one thing. Playing in the NFL is another, man. The rookie curve is not easy. He did redshirt a year, I guess, right? Technically. But that first year on the center, man, it's not easy, bro.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. I feel like the Packers are giving me flavor of the month vibes. You know what I'm saying? Like it all feels good off the heels of a big trade, but like, are we really thinking about the other things that would have to happen for them to be successful? Are we thinking about like Jordan Love needing to take that next step, which he did not do last season? Are we thinking about like that receiving core? We're relying on y'all the ones that used to shit on the Packers receivers when I used to say they was good. Y'all always reminded me how bad the Packers receivers really was. Right now, Romeo Doubs kind of fell out of favor. They bringing in a rookie hoping that he succeeds, but that's hit or miss. Are we sold on Tucker Kraft as a tight end? Like we giving all this love to the Packers defense, but Scruff named Isaiah Simmons a known bust, right? Like they just traded away their best defensive lineman outside of what was Micah. Now Micah Parsons, their best defensive lineman, right? But they traded the best one on their team to get Micah Parsons. I like Quay Walker, I ain't gonna lie, but I just feel like I'm not seeing it for the Lions like automatically winning the North, like over the Lions who have been established now for a couple seasons, established culture.
I mean, for what it's worth, the Lions was only one loss less than the Commanders. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's an 11-win team.
Well, you said the Lions was one loss less?
One win less, my bad. One win less. You know what I'm saying? That's an 11-win team. That's not like
No. The Lions had more wins than the Commanders.
He's saying there's a one-game difference between the teams.
I'm saying the Packers won 11 games.
Yeah.
Packers, that's an 11-win team we talking about. They won more games than the entire NFC South. You know what I'm saying? They won more games than the entire NFC West. Like, we're not talking about a typical third-place team. This is not the Cowboys East, 6-7 wins. It's a team that double-digit wins last season, and that's without the quarterback taking the next step, like you said. So if he does get slightly better, and now that the roster is slightly better, that should be 12 wins.
Yeah, but what you're failing to include is this is an 11-win team that was third in the division, and now y'all telling me that they're going to automatically win it. So I agree with you. 11-win team, they were third in their division, bro. And now if you're telling me Sam Darnold was worth the difference between 14 wins and 11 wins, I wouldn't buy that because I feel like I know who Sam Darnold is. So if we're gonna give that same credit to the Packers as an overall team, how can we not give that same credit as an overall team to the Vikings, who had the second-ranked defense for the entire NFL season, bro? Like it's almost like we picking and choosing here. Like I feel you. I think the Packers are a legitimate playoff contender, but I don't go past that. I don't go past that for them.
The Vikings gave up 332 points. The Packers gave up 338. Similar defense. You know what I'm saying? Packers scored more than the Vikings. And if you wanted to tell me that Sam Darnold is 3 wins better than JJ McCarthy, I'd absolutely agree with you. So yeah, the Vikings are probably take a fall. They probably take a hit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
So basically,
wait, hold on. We got to remember that we were blaming the Vikings season and the demise of their season on Sam Darnold. So, like, I'm not going to now give him all the credit for them winning the 14 games. Like, my point is the Vikings won 14 games because they're a well-constructed roster. Everything that I would have said about, like, what the Packers were lacking, the Vikings have it and then some, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the Vikings basically check every single box for a football team outside of maybe a bona fide star at quarterback. And last year it was Sam Darnold, who's never been a bona fide star at quarterback. I don't think replacing Sam Darnold for J.J. McCarthy means that now, like, the Vikings are that much worse of a team. If anything, I feel like the Vikings and Packers are really going to be duking it out for that second spot in the division.
Yeah, because basically what T and Scruff are saying is that the Vikings and the Lions are going to have to take a step back, not so much that the Packers have taken a leap forward.
I mean, I think all these teams are really good teams, bro. So it just really comes down to those matchups, who's going to win those key divisional games, bro. So, like, you know, I'm not saying the Vikings are going to be a bad team. I'm just saying, like, we're talking about three teams that made the playoffs last year, correct? So, like, three playoff teams. We're talking about 3 playoff teams. There's really no shame in being third in the division in that division, bro. You make it to the playoffs, you can still make a run with that. You know what I'm saying? So, like, regardless of how it shakes out, bro, these are all winning teams. Like, you know what I'm saying? Vikings are going to have a winning record. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're talking about probably 9, 10, 11 wins between the 3. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just going to be, how's it going to shake out? So, for that reason, I'm going with the Packers because I saw some chink in the armor with the Lions. And I tend to believe that what T said about the coordinators, I'll say wait and see when it comes to the coordinator situation, especially when it comes to that offense. You know what I'm saying? If Ben Johnson is who they said he was, then, you know, they're not going to be able to be running that stuff like that. So I don't know. I want to see what that offense looking like. You know what I'm saying? And if you ask me, Rome, you said the quarterback was the most important position. So when I look at those 3 teams and I look at the quarterbacks, I look and I see Jordan Love as the best quarterback in that division.
Nah, bro. Hell nah. Based off what? And I'm not even a golf guy, but what are we basing it off of? Like, we just like the guy? Like, we
based
just
on based,
like, what are we basing it off of?
I'm basing it based off my
projection. It can't be based off of any facts. That's
based off my projections for this season.
Right. So, like, okay, cool. So we start talking about projections for this season, right? Projections are typically based off trajectory, right? Trajectory gives us our projections, right? Did we see how Jordan Love ended? Did it look like a player that was on an ascending trajectory, or did it look like a player that we could say, yeah, we kind of lost the game because of you, bro?
I mean,
hey, yo, I'm just saying, we talk about projecting and trajectories. Like, what do y'all? I mean, I haven't seen it, and I wanted to see it from Jordan Love last season. I really did. I was in the camp that, like, I think Jordan Love won't take the leap. That was my trajectory from last season. If you thought Jordan Love was projecting as like a positive ascension last season, and you still feel that way this season, you're not looking at the data from the season that passed, bro. Like, I mean, I like Jordan Love. I think he got a shot, but, like, to me, he's much more in that, like, Kyler Murray range where it's like all the talent, will he figure it out? Time to wait and see.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Jordan Love debate is an interesting one. I think we're definitely going to have to circle the wagon on that one. But real quick, because Scruff brought something up about the division matchup, so I do want to get everybody's thought on this week 1 matchup. We do got Green Bay at Detroit week 1, man. Who y'all taking?
Who's home?
I believe Detroit is home for this one. I mean, Scruff, you like the Packers. You got to win these ones, man. You got to win these ones. Jordan Love's your guy.
Week 1 is crazy, though. Fuck it, I got the Packers week 1.
Mike could get that epidural. T, who you like week 1?
I like the Lions week 1.
Bryce, you rolling Detroit week 1?
All that Packer talk till it's time to choose a team, man. God,
that's a home game,
boy. God, man. These boys vicious, man. You know, y'all know I'm rolling with the Lions week 1, bro. Like,
hold up. My bad. I'm looking at it now. They're actually is in Green Bay. My bad. Green Bay got 2 home games to start. So yeah, that changes it. That changes it.
That joke could be at the Pro Bowl.
That changes it.
Give me the
I don't care where the game's at. I'm taking Detroit, bro.
Hey, Green Bay all day, baby.
home team.
Yeah, nah, that home field advantage in Lambeau is real. But yeah, we'll get back to that, man. But let's keep making our predictions real quick. Let's switch from the NFC North to the AFC North. AFC North is another interesting division. We've had a lot of good takes on this show about them, from T's classic Lamar hate to Joe Burrow not getting back to the Super Bowl. So what are y'all thinking about this squad this season? Actually, T, now that I'm looking at it, man, I don't think you like any of the QBs in this damn division. Aaron Rodgers, Shedeur Sanders. How you feel about Joe Flacco, bro?
I ain't like the Ravens, man.
Dang. All right, man. So let me get y'all's thoughts on this one, man. T, I'm gonna keep it with you, man. Who's winning the AFC North this season?
Ravens.
Yeah, it's got to be. It's got to be. That's what I'm thinking too.
Talking to my man Hansel, and he kind of got me on board. The Steelers could be the sleeper of the year pick. You know what I'm saying? So he's high on A-Rod, no pun intended. Yeah, so I do think the Ravens win the division, but I think the Steelers make it spicy. You know what I'm saying? It is Tomlin. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, I hear Tomlin in my head from listening to Bryce, and I hear Hansel, you know what I'm saying, hey, it's A-Rod and we back. So I think the Steelers make it interesting. I don't think the Ravens just run away with the division. I think it'll come down to the last 2 weeks of the season.
Scruff, I know you watch a lot of Ravens games, man. So what are you thinking of the AFC North? They still got this?
Yeah, man. G says it's Ravens division to lose. That's correct, and it's not like they got a stranglehold on the division. Like, it's not like similarly to last division we talked about. It's not a division where none of these teams are like way out of it. Like, to be honest, like the top 3 teams in this division, they could flip flop in the orders. But right now, I do believe that it's going to be the Ravens to win, and the other teams it's really between the Steelers and the Bengals to see who's going to compete for that wild card spot, in my opinion. But I do think it's Ravens all day, and I do tend to think, yeah, the Steelers thing is interesting. I'm keeping an eye on that. I think there's a possibility that it turns out to be good, but I'm leaning towards it not turning out to be good. I'm leaning towards it being bad, like the last few seasons that Aaron Rodgers has had. But the Bengals, I think they're going to be a team to watch for sure. They probably can't stop anybody, but they're going to be a team to watch.
Yeah, I think they'll be a team to watch in the sense of like the games will be fun to watch. I don't know if they're going to make too much noise. And Hansel and a lot of other Steelers fans are there's a lot of talk. I think the Steelers are getting kind of hype on Rodgers. I don't know where it's coming from. Maybe it's just the black and yellow.
It's coming from. I could theorize with them, with the best of them, on where it's coming from. From in their eyes, the Steelers fans, they should feel like, okay, we won. They've had winning seasons back to back, and they've had bum ass motherfuckers at quarterback, bro. Like legitimately, bro. Like they had 9 wins with Mason Rudolph. They had 9 wins with some guy named Dodgers or something. I don't even know the guy's name.
Duck.
Yeah. And then they had it in there with Justin Fields. He wasn't even barely throwing no touchdown passes. And then Russell Wilson, old stank arm, was doing a couple joints. They thought he started looking young again. He got him another contract. But yeah, man, that's Mike Tomlin. So Mike Tomlin will get you at that middle point. So all Aaron Rodgers got to do is not fuck it up. But based on what I've seen of Aaron Rodgers the past 2 seasons, that's all I know him to do. So I got to see something different.
Bryce, I know you're big on Mike Tomlin, man. Do you think he has a chance to take this division from the Ravens?
I probably see it for the Bengals more than I see it for the Steelers. I think that I don't know. I feel like Aaron Rodgers gets way too much hate for the season he had last year. I thought it was actually a pretty damn good season, all things considering. Didn't think it was horrible. Thought he was a top half of the league quarterback last year, to be honest. Didn't you give him DK Metcalf? Like, it's a good little tandem right there, bro. Two good tight ends, Jonnu Smith, Pat Fryermuth. You know, Aaron Rodgers loves the tight end. Like, I think it could be a decent situation there. I don't see it going over like 10 wins though. I think what they had 10 last year, I could see another 10 this year. Tomlin gonna get you to 9 just for being Tomlin. I think I see it for the Bengals a little more. And I was harping early on like projection, the trajectory. I always respect like anyone that is self-reflective, right? And the Bengals looked at themselves in the mirror and said, bruh, we've had slow starts the last 3 seasons with one of the best quarterbacks. So you know what they did in response to that? All them starters played every preseason game, dog. We're not bullshitting coming into this season. We're going to be ready. We're going to be hitting on all cylinders come game 1 versus the Browns. I respect that, right? Because like over my time watching football, the first 3 or 4 weeks, you never really know what you got on offense on any team. And that's because it takes offense, some time to really start clicking, bro. Versus the defense. Defense, man, you're going to know first 2-3 weeks who the good defenses are, right? But offense really takes some time, man. And I like what the Bengals did, bro. Getting on the same page early in the preseason, so they don't have to go through those growing pains early in the season. We'll see if it pays dividends, but my guess is that it does. I think the Bengals are the biggest threat to the Ravens' supremacy this year, but I still got Ravens winning the division.
Yeah, so it's unanimous Ravens, no question. Like G said, Ravens division to lose. All right, let's keep it pushing, man, to the worst divisions in the league, in my opinion, both the AFC South and the NFC South. I think this will probably be a little quick because probably be unanimous again. But let's start with the AFC South, man. Any surprises coming from this division? Texans across the board. What are we expecting from Houston? Bryce, I'll start with you on this.
Yeah, dog. You were right, man. Your opening statement on the AFC South was very accurate, man. I don't get too excited for the AFC South. And honestly, bro, I don't know what it is, but I have not been completely sold on the Texans. I feel like another team needs to start their ascension, but I just don't see it for any of these squads. I thought the Jaguars had some interesting moments last season. And from an offensive standpoint, with Brian Thomas emerging as like an elite receiver, I gotta say it. The good mister tried to tell y'all boys who the best receiver in that draft was. Nobody wanted to hear it. They thought I was crazy. They said we can't wait to run the tape. Feeling kind of vindicated right now. But then you add Travis Hunter into that. Like, I'm still excited to see if Travis Hunter becomes this game-breaking player we thought he might be. But that shit's all on the back of sunshine, bro. Like, Trevor Lawrence, what you gonna be, bro? You gonna be in that Kyler Murray, Jordan Love category, or you gonna try to ascend too? We'll see. But I'm not really banking on it. If I had to say like a wild card team from that division, I don't mean making the wild card game. I just mean a team that I'm really not sure what they could be. It's definitely the Titans, bro. Like, I have like the least out of every team in the league. My pulse on the Titans is probably the weakest. Like, I have no clue what this team could be. And I feel like in recent years, we've seen like a rookie quarterback, if they come in and play some elite football, really like take a team to a place where that team never thought they could go. I mean, look at Jaden Daniels, the Commanders last season, right? So I'm very excited to see what Cam Ward becomes and what he is year 1. I feel like with quarterbacks, we usually know pretty early like if they're going to be elite or not. So I'll be watching them closely, and they're gonna kind of be my wild card team in that division.
All right, Scruff, what you think about the AFC South, man? Any surprises?
Man, I agree with you, Rito. It is a very bad division. But I don't think it's a clean sweep for the Texans. I'm not 100% sold on them either. I mean, I thought they played just good enough to win the division last year. I thought they played okay. I think if they would have played in a good division, they would have not looked so good. So, I'm not that impressed by them. So with that being said, the division is going to change hands this season. The Texans are not going to win the division this year. As a matter of fact, the Texans aren't even going to make the playoffs.
Wow.
And that's not to say that CJ Stroud sucks, but just it's going to be the trends, man. I don't know what's the situation there. I'm investing and putting some stock into a sound coordinator. Old Duval, bitch ass. Nah, he's supposed to be a fucking great coordinator, right? So, like, just like I said with the Detroit situation, they bringing in that dude who had the high flying offense that was the Buccaneers offense last year, where they was slanging that shit, man. And I think they're gonna be slanging that shit right back here with Jacksonville. Yeah, I get it. But between the Brian Thomas and you got Travis Hunter on the other side, and they got some backs. I mean, I know ETN kind of like in that bust mold, but they got some other guys back there, Tootin and Bigsby and shit. They can make it happen. So here's my prediction: Jaguars, top 10 offense in the NFL this season, and the division winners for the AFC South.
Wow, yeah, no, I didn't see that coming, Scruff. I didn't see that coming at all, man. I definitely thought it'd be pretty unanimous on Houston. I know a lot of people are high on Jacksonville. We'll see though, man. I'm not a believer in Trevor Lawrence though. So like Bryce said, it's gonna be up to him and what he does ultimately. T, what are you thinking about the AFC South, man? You think Jacksonville got a chance?
No. No, that division getting one team to the playoffs, and it's going to be the Texans. Like, I mean, before you even talk about their offense, their defense is crazy. I mean, they got my boy Aziz, penalty every week. You know what I'm saying? Al-Shaair. You know what I'm saying? They gonna be flying around. Will Hunter, Will Anderson, like they're gonna be flying around out there. They got Stingley. Like, I don't know what else you can add to that defense. So really, the offense just got to figure out its identity without Mixon. You know what I'm saying? That's the biggest question mark with the Texans, because I like the rookie Higgins. You know, that allows Kirk to play in the slot. Brian Thomas is there. I mean, I'm tripping. I switched teams. My bad.
Come on, Nico.
It's Brewski season. But no. I mean, I like Higgins. I like Higgins. But yeah, I don't know. That division sucks, man. Like, those are games I'm not watching. You know what I'm saying? If they're on TV, I'm not watching. Those are joints, Red Zone, turn them on. I'm like, turn them off. I do want to see what Cam Ward does. I think there's no way possible he has a like a rookie of the year season. That team stinks, man. That team stinks.
Damn, for real? You don't think it's no? I like the weapons though.
I ain't gonna lie. I went to a Titans game last year. They do stink.
But I'm saying, like, where they really stink at, and I, you know, forgive me, I don't know the O-line like I should, but just from a weapons standpoint, bro,
they got some guys on the O-line. There's one dude.
I mean, my man Ridley's legit. Really been legit.
Really solid. Hoping he took the over for the season.
Lockett and A.O. Maynard. Like, with
A.O. Maynard is the one that gave.
Oh, nah, he a dog, bro. He a dog,
he gave Travis Hunter that work in college, and the most underrated weapon on that offense is Chico Okonkwo. He is low-key a dog in that tight end, bro.
You know what? I think I'm buying what Bryce putting down, bro. Because A.O. Maynard, bro, I think he's gonna be one of the sleeper wide receivers this season, bro. Him and Cam Ward gonna have a connection, bro.
Wouldn't surprise me if they was able to make something work. One thing I do like is pairing like older receivers with young quarterbacks. I like that they brought in Tyler Lockett. I don't know enough about that old line though, bro. Why? I'm trying, like, why don't I? Who's their left tackle?
They got Taylor Lewan.
Dan Moore.
Nah, he retired.
They got Dan Moore. Dan Moore, they tackle. Oh, all right. Then they all right. I mean,
Titans will get about 6 wins. They won't be last in that division. I think they end up better than the Colts.
Yeah. I mean,
but hey, man, let's not spend too much time on the bottom dwellers, man. Like we said, only one team's probably coming out of that division anyway. So let's flip flop to the NFC South, man. What y'all think about the NFC South? Who's winning that division? This might get a little interesting. Most people leaning towards Tampa Bay. T, who you taking?
Yeah, the Tampa won last year. They won. It was a 2-game lead over the Falcons, but that's the division where it's a different division winner every year, right? Did that trend break yet? I feel like the Bucs might be back to back, but I don't know. But that division sucks, man. That's another division that sucks. I don't want to watch the Saints, and I love Rattler. I don't want to watch the Panthers. I mean, if there is a sneaky team in the NFC, could be the Panthers. Could be the.
So the Bucs have won the division the last 4 years in a row. And okay. Prior to that, the Saints won it 4 years in a row.
Okay, so we're not betting against streaks. Tampa to win. Tampa to win again. Baker to light it up again. In fact, Baker might finish top 3. You know what I'm saying, this year. I think he takes another leap forward with another year in that offense, and they got a rookie receiver that can play. So
yeah,
I like the Bucks, man. I like the Bucks here, and I don't
Right.
like Penix, London, and Bijan. Too young. Reminds me of the Colts when they had Harrison, Edwin James, and Peyton Manning. Like they were too young when they first started. Like that Falcons team needs a few years, maybe next year.
Bryce, who you like in the NFC South?
I couldn't feel more different than T feels about the Falcons. I really like the combination of London, Penix, Bijan, and got to throw Kyle Pitts in there too. I think that's going to be a good explosive offensive core right there. I thought Michael Penix came in and showed me something last season. Like I really thought he played well. Considering the circumstances, right? Coming in at the end, you don't get a whole bunch of time to kind of acclimate yourself. I thought he was really good, bro. And I'm expecting really big things from Kyle Pitts this year. I think this is going to be the year we finally figure out that Kyle Pitts is worth what we thought he was originally. Tight end is one of those positions to me that where it takes a couple seasons. I think he'll figure it out, and I think Penix will make it a point to really feed him the ball. And I'm a big Raheem Morris fan, bro. Like I don't think Raheem Morris is going to have a bad defense. Like they brought in some pass rush. They went pass rusher back to back in the first round of the draft. I like that mindset. Jesse Bates is one of the best safeties in the league, bro. I like what the Falcons are building. I'm gonna take them as my sneaky winner of this division.
Hey, Bryce, man, I'm right there with you. Atlanta is also my pick to win this division. I think people are kind of sleeping on them a little bit. I think I think it's really between them and Tampa Bay, man. I can see it going either way, but I'm gonna roll the dice with Atlanta. Scruff, who you like in the NFC South?
I wasn't expecting this, but I got the Falcons. I thought I was gonna be the only one. Shit, but I got the Falcons for a lot of the reasons that Bryce said, man. I'm big on the leadership there. I think Raheem Morris is a leader of men, and those people are hard to come by. So I'm rocking with them. I agree. Penix looked really good, bro. They was too. I was always high on Penix. Shout out G. G said he was the best quarterback in the class. So we'll see about that. I've never seen him not air it out. That motherfucker throw the motherfucking ball. He put some spin on that shit, man. I like Penix a lot. I do like the young core. Bijan Robinson is poised to be the best running back in the league potentially. Drake London is a fucking dog. And I do agree. I think Kyle Pitts is going to turn the corner because I feel like he finally has a quarterback that can get him the ball. And one thing I know about the Falcons and I know about Michael Penix, like I said, they're going to air that shit out, bro. So with that being said, yeah, I got the Falcons, bro. I do. I do think the Bucks are going to be around, but I think that maybe they take a little step back due to their loss of their coordinator. But really, they're going to be all right. I mean, I just think I don't know. The shoot it out games that they're always in, you live by the gun, you die by the gun. You're going to miss a few of those, and I think that's why they miss.
Yep, man. I think the NFC South will be a little bit more interesting than people think. I think the AFC South obviously is the dumpster of the NFL right now. So let's keep it pushing to what I consider the best 4 divisions in football, and I know it's about to get good now. So buckle up for this portion of the show, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to talk about our predictions here for the AFC West and the NFC West right now. I want to start with the AFC West real quick because I want to know if everyone loves to say the Chiefs chinking the armor or falling off, even though Pat Mahomes just took them to another Super Bowl. They're clearly a dynasty. Andy Reid's one of the greatest coaches of all time. Anybody think they're going to lose the AFC West this season? And if so, who's taking it? Jump ball.
Not losing, bro. It's
not losing.
Get back season for them, man. Shiesty season.
Chargers, Jim Harbaugh. Any chance? Nobody showing no love to the Chargers this division? They battling out for a wild card. Bo Nix was everybody's favorite. No chance upsetting the Chiefs. All right, let's keep it pushing then, because I think we all agree there. AFC West belongs to Kansas City, no question. Now
No,
let's get to the.
but we should.
Oh,
I
go
should
ahead.
say this. This is one of those divisions where there's no shame in being third place in the division. Third place would probably get you to the playoffs, bro. 3 teams made this division playoffs last year. So like, when you go shit on the rest of them guys, they're not ass. They're just not going to be the Chiefs.
All right, well then let me phrase that question then. Do we think that 3 teams make the playoffs from this division again?
No. Just because like I got other guys, I picked other teams this year, but I think 2 does make it.
Between them and maybe Steelers, I guess. Like one of those,
All right, well let's go ahead and jump over to the NFC, man. And I think this one's going to get interesting for sure because we got a fan in the building on the NFC West, and that's my guy T Boogie, man, 49er fan. You follow them in and out. So y'all winning the division this year? Y'all were last place last year. Keep that in mind. You were last, so be objective with your take. Let me reiterate that y'all were last. So are y'all going from worst to first this season?
The first shall be last, and the last shall be first. All right, we going straight to the top. We going NFC Championship, Super Bowl. It's Super Bowl or bust, man. You know what I'm saying? We back. This the healthiest the team has been since 2023, and you know what I'm saying? 2023. That's when we was in that big bowl. So we back healthy, and we going back. I don't know what else to tell you, man. Like. Who don't like Purdy? Who don't like Kittle? Best tight end in the league. Who? CMC, when healthy, top 3 running back. You know what I'm saying? And a realistic take is it's going to come down to the CMC. If CMC is healthy, that 49ers team is going to be extremely tough to beat. Just really tough to beat. We bolstered up the defense. You know what I'm saying? We got Brandon Staley, bum ass, got him out of here. Nick Sorensen, defensive coordinator. We got Robert Saleh back. You know what I'm saying? He was doing his thing with the Jets till Aaron Rodgers came in with his MAGA coat and kicked him out. And so he back home. He back in the crib. What you think he gonna do? What you think he gonna do with Fred Warner? What you think he gonna do with Michael Williams? You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, we back, man. We back. What's interesting in this division is what's gonna happen with Stafford, right? If Stafford healthy, if Stafford's healthy, that Rams team is still gonna be tough to beat, even without Kupp being there. But if it's Jimmy G, we ain't worried about that. Darnold in Seattle, I don't think he finishes the season. I think Milroe takes his job. Kyler is Kyler. He's good for 8 to 10 wins. Could be a 10-win season for the Cardinals. Could be. Like this is a make or break year for Kyler and Marvin Harrison in my mind. You know what I'm saying? Marvin Harrison can't make something shake in year 2. I'm gonna just lose hope in him. And you know what I'm saying? Sneaky running back, John Connor, man. That guy Connor just every year just seems to just keep getting it done. So he's still there. So they're gonna have a running game. But yeah, 49ers, man. We back. Look at the FanDuel odds, bro. You ain't gonna make a lot of money betting on this because we like that.
No, I can't disagree because I looked up the strength of schedule earlier today, and the 49ers have the weakest strength of schedule out of any team in the NFL. So y'all should be a double digit win team this season, and I am picking the 49ers as well to win the NFC West. Scruff, I'm gonna throw it to you, man. You like the 49ers to win it?
I mean, I fucking hate the 49ers, to be honest. But like based on the schedule, like they could backslide into 9 wins, like without even trying, just because the schedule is so easy, bro. Like so easy. Like,
bro, it's literally the easiest schedule.
Bro, like hold on. Like,
bro.
Like I don't usually like doing this because of the efficiency, but G do this and like first I'm looking at your schedule. Y'all got this. Y'all playing the Saints in the. You know what I'm saying? Y'all play the Giants. Y'all play the Browns. Y'all play the Titans. Y'all play the 49. I mean the Colts. Y'all play the Bears.
It's at least 5,
bro. Like the Panthers. Like come on, bro. Like these just cupcake games, bro. The only tough games y'all got against y'all division. So like y'all gonna win half of those. So I hope. I mean at least So that means y'all are like a 11-12 team without even trying. So, like, does that mean y'all are a good team? Not really. But, like, yeah, y'all are going to win some games for sure. Y'all going to win probably 10 or 11 games. But with that said, with the Rams are a dangerous team as well. And you say Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp just lost the sauce, it appears. Maybe he'll regain that in Seattle. I'm not putting any money on it, but I will tell you that I think the Rams got better. The only issue is Matt Stafford's health. I agree. I think that's an issue. But then again, the 49ers have health issues too. So the wrong turn of the ankle, y'all whole season could be fucked up either. And y'all have a history of having bad injuries. So, like, I don't really know what to expect with y'all with this division. I know one of these teams is going. Both of these teams may be really good. Both of these teams may get hurt. I don't know. Shit. Maybe both of these teams get hurt and then the Cardinals win the division. I don't fucking know. But I do think the 49ers will make the playoffs just because of the schedule. So I do have the 49ers making the playoffs, and I do have the Rams making it too.
Who's winning the division, though?
I'll probably give it to the 49ers based on the schedule.
All right, Bryce, who you like out west?
I think I'll lean Rams to win it again. Yeah, I just view them as the more complete football team at this point. I think there's too many variables that got to go right for the 49ers. Obviously, the big one is CMC's health. The second big one is the wide receiver health. I mean, what are they down to? Ricky Pearsall, and then who knows? I don't even know who the receiver after him is right now because everybody seems to be hurt. I mean, Fred Warner, you're going to have a top 10 defense with Fred Warner in the middle. But I think I just lean Rams. I got more confidence in what Matt Stafford's put together the last couple seasons with the Rams ever since that Super Bowl victory. I'm also curious to see what the Seahawks end up doing, bro. I mean, that's a 10-win team last season. They swapping out Geno Smith for Sam Darnold, or I should say, yeah, swapping out Geno Smith for Sam Darnold. And to me, that's like kind of a wash. You know what I'm saying? I don't think like you win more or lose more with Sam Darnold in replace of Geno Smith. But they also lost some weaponry. I think that's the biggest thing for the Seahawks. Like, they are all in on JSN, bro. All in. That boy better show up, dog. Because, like, who else they going to? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, they let DK and Lockett go. So,
bro, it's JSN a bus over there. So I'm interested to see how that plays out. Yeah, give me the Rams, man, to win the division. But it's gonna be a photo finish, I say. I think T made a good point with the Cardinals. Lot to prove over there in Arizona. Kyler Murray, especially.
Up and coming defense too. I'll say that about Cardinals.
Yeah, for sure. But a lot to prove, and I just haven't seen it from Kyler for me to give them the nod. So go ahead and lock me in for the Rams.
All right. Let's keep it pushing to the east side now, man. Let's go ahead and jump on this AFC East real quick. Who do you guys like in the AFC East? The Bills have been running this division for a little bit. They're the powerhouse. Anybody giving anybody a chance to upset them this season?
Nope.
I'll say the one team that is like a bit of a wild card for me would be the Patriots, bro. I really like what I seen from May last year. Y'all know I was very high on Drake May coming into the draft season. And then, like, Mike Vrabel has proven, dog. He's proven that he can make these turnarounds. He's proven that he can build a defense in no time. And when I see him dropping players like Jabril Peppers, you know what I'm saying, Kyle Duggar, they must have a plan, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna bet against Mike Vrabel's defensive acumen. And I like where Drake May is headed. So I think if anyone's a threat, it's going to be the Pats.
Yeah, I agree there. I think New England gets into the playoffs. I don't think they get the division from the Bills just yet, but I think people will sleep on New England. I think they're going to make some noise. All right, man, then let's keep it pushing to the NFC East, once known as the NFC least. Can't be referring to them as that no more, not these days, not with the Super Bowl champs residing in the division. So I think this will be an interesting convo. But before I kick it to my guys, Bryce and Scruff, who I know might have a good back and forth here. T, who do you think is going to win the NFC East and why?
Eagles going to run away with it, man. The rest of that division's trash.
Woo!
Trash. Like, I expect we're gonna run a lot of tape on this because I'm right. I expect the Commanders. Listen. We're gonna come back. And
just so you know, we typically don't run a lot of tape when someone's right. Just want to
right.
give you a heads up on that.
This is I'm
you get no running tapes for being correct over here.
I'm a well.
It's so true.
We ain't never gave nobody a shout out and ran the tape for being right.
Hey, I'll say this: if you cut your own tape, edit it, I'll put it up. But I ain't gonna look for you to be right.
Hey, listen,
it's a nasty game that we play over here, man. It's a nasty game.
Start the timestamps. The Commanders are going to take a step backwards. Start the timestamps. I think they thought they got better by getting rid of their running back. I don't think they got better by going running back by committee. I think that was a step in the wrong direction. I think Debo helps, but we'll see how it ends up down the stretch. He's kind of old. Terry McLaurin missed the entire offseason. All he did was shoot Eastern Motors commercials. I think that team, just hear me out. I think that team is in for a slow start. They'll probably win week 1, but week 1 is going to tell me everything I need to know because good teams kill bad teams. If they go in there and they fool around and it come down to a kick, field goal or 2, I know they're not ready. If they blow the Giants out, then we might run the tape because this is a bad segment. But we'll see. But yeah, I think they're going to take a step back. They played a lot of close games last year. They could have went either way. Jaden Daniels made a lot of miraculous plays down the stretch. That 12-win season could have easily been a 9-win season. And I mean, that's just being honest. You know what I'm saying? The football don't always roll your way. If you ever try to field a football that's bouncing, sometimes it bounces right to you. Sometimes you go to pick it up and it bounces away from you. Last season was a bounce to you season. I think this season is a bounce away from you season. I think Jaden Daniels is still going to look good, but I don't trust that defense at all. I like Amos though. He's a dog, but he's young. But I don't trust that defense at all. I think they're going to be in a lot of shootouts, and I think this season just doesn't go the way the fans think. I know what happens when this. I've been in this town a long time, bro. I know what happens when this city gets their hopes up and they start smiling to each other. They start dapping each other up, and you start seeing bumper stickers on bicycles and all sorts of random nonsense, man. Like when this city get really hype and motivated, and that's when it all come crashing down. And I think we on the precipice of a fall. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
hey,
put your left hand up. They're gonna need the signal for help this season. That's what it's gonna mean. Help.
Spoken like a true hater. Man. That was good. We definitely gonna be running that tape, right or wrong, because I think that was an all-time classic right there by T. Look, man, Bryce, I know you got a rebuttal, man. Who's winning the NFC East this season and why? And also, man, get your man, dog. Like that was some of the most hater shit I've heard in the 5 to 6 years the show's been on, bro.
There was some hate mixed in, but he actually had some solid reasoning.
I mean, yeah, I guess the reasoning was it was solid to a degree. Like, I think a lot of it was like stating like obvious, right? But like, there's a lot of obvious things that can be stated here. So first off, yes, the Commanders did have a lot of close games last season. The flip side of that is most of the games in the NFL are close games. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like we don't tune into this every week to see a whole bunch of blowouts, bro. Typically, we're watching good games every single week. Like, we don't watch Red Zone every week because everyone just getting blown out. Like, nah, bro. Typically, there's good games just about every week. But to that, I would say that, smart teams strengthen their strengths, right? Last year, Jaden Daniels was a strength, and all the Commanders did was add pieces for Jaden Daniels to be better, right? 2 brand new tackles. Should give him a lot more time in the pocket. Brand new receiver should give him a much needed supplement weapon to Terry McLaurin. And then, like, when we just start looking at overall roster construction as compared to the rest of the division, I feel like the Commanders have a solid balance. Like, obviously, we all shooting for the Eagles, right? But if there's any team that can, kind of match the Eagles punch for punch in the division is going to be the Commanders, in my opinion. Now, I would say the biggest wild card of the entire division is the Cowboys offense. Cowboys offense does concern me. I feel like last time that Dak Prescott had two legitimate wide receivers, he was basically had a 5,000-yard season. He was putting up unheard of numbers. Question is he at full health? Is he at full strength? And are they going to have a reliable running game, right? Because like the Commanders, seems like Dallas got rid of a back that was pretty good to me. I ain't see no problem with Rico Dowdle. It wasn't good enough for them. Now they got Javonte Williams, consistent underperformer. Before I get to the Eagles, I also got to say I feel like the Giants are going to be a good team this year, bro. T was saying his barometer for the Commanders is going to be the performance against the Giants, but the Giants might be a better team than the San Francisco 49ers this season, and I don't say that lightly at all. I think the Giants are going to have one of the better defenses. We talk about pass rush. Scruff was on his soapbox earlier about how important pass rush is. Point to a better pass rush than the Giants, especially with a healthy Dexter Lawrence, Brian Burns, Abdul Carter, Kayvon Thibodeau, like pretty good pass rush if you ask me. Obviously, the offense is going to be a big question mark for the Giants, but Malik Neighbors showed just last season that he's among the elite when it comes to wide receiver. So really like what I hate to say this, but I really like what they're starting to build in New York. So if anything is the biggest threat to the Commanders is just the fact that the teams that were, bottom dwellers in the division last year should be a lot better. But it really is going to come down to the Commanders versus the Eagles in this division. I still believe. I feel like the Eagles are fresh off a lot of historic shit for their team, bro. You can't really count on. I wouldn't really count on it happening again in that same way, right? Saquon Barkley just had the amount of carries, and I hate to put this on a player, but when running backs get the amount of carries and touches, trade on their tire that Saquon had, typically the season after that is a letdown, bro. Go back and look at it. Go back and look at Priest Holmes. Go back and look at Sean Alexander. Go back and look at go back and look at these backs that have had these crazy historic seasons when we're talking about 400 touches or whatever he had, ridiculous amount of touches, bruh. The next season is usually a bit of a letdown. Also, I'll say this, bruh. There's a lot of parity in the NFL, but there's no more parity than there is in defenses in the NFL, right? What I mean to say is defense can be really good one year and really bad the next year, bro. And then really good the one next year and then really bad the next year. It's like offense is the much more consistent side of the football on a year-to-year basis, right? So I'm not sure that the Eagles come out with, a historic defense again. I wouldn't bet on that. And I feel like if that defense just falters just a little bit, that's enough to give Commanders and Jaden Daniels a large enough opening in that window to possibly win the division. I'll still go with the Eagles. I'll go with the Commanders finishing second, making the playoffs. I only got 2 playoff teams coming from that division, though.
Yeah, man, it's hard to go against Philly. You know what I mean? If you're being objective, it's hard to go against Philly. They got a nice roster. I do agree with you. I think that defense might take a step back, but I mean, honestly, what's a step back? They were really good last year, so a step back ain't really that crazy, to be honest. Scruff, man, I'm not gonna hype your Eagles up too much for you. I can say a lot more, but we're running out of time on the show, so I'm gonna let you I'm gonna let you have the floor right here.
Yeah, man. I mean, I think 2 teams make the playoffs here. I do think the Eagles are one of them. I do think the Eagles win the division. Speaking to that defense, I do feel like we kept our core players on defense. We did lose some players on defense, but I feel like we kept the right players. And a lot of players are just going to continue to step into their growth, man. Jalen Carter is possibly one of the best football players, defensive side of the ball. Definitely a freak of nature, bro. Do y'all remember when he almost intercepted the spike? Come on.
No, he didn't almost intercept the spike. He just jumped at it and made it look like it was nowhere near intercepting that shit.
Okay, whatever. One of these days he's gonna do it. But anyway, they got They got a great defense, bro. And like the thing about you said about having them cut a good defense multiple years in a row. The thing is, the core of this defense has actually had a great defense for like the last like 7 years in a row. We talking about dating back to college. My man Howie Roseman made a smart decision when he decided to put players together that had previous success together in college. And then you know what happens is it becomes your cohesiveness. It becomes a lot easier to have cohesiveness as a unit when you've been playing with the guy for 5 years. So I'm saying it makes a difference, bro. When most of y'all defensive guys, they just met each other last week. You know what I'm saying? So like that does matter, bro. So I do think the Eagles defense is gonna be really good again this year. There's gonna be some tweaks and adjustments. The biggest hole in the defense is the number 2 corner spot. I'm telling y'all. It's not bad. Like, it's not as bad as y'all number 2 corner spot, but it's bad for us. You know what I'm saying?
Who's y'all?
Dory Jackson. I'm trying to give you the floor, Scruff, but I promise you, our number 2 corner will be better than Dory Jackson or Ringo, whoever y'all end up going with. But you're right. That is the biggest hole for y'all.
I'm telling you, 10 slots on the defense, we solid at. So I'm telling you, one spot where we a little weak at. It is what it is. But besides that, there's not a weak spot on this roster. Going back to the offense, the Saquon thing, hey man, you know, you could Derrick Henry me if you want. You know what I'm saying? You could talk about the Madden curse. You can talk about the Super Bowl hangover. I don't give a fuck. We're gonna be good again. Like, we're gonna be good again, bro. We weren't even that good during the season last year, like in some ways. So like, imagine if there's games where Jalen Hurts actually has to throw the ball and we have to win the game that way. But we could win the game multiple different ways, bro. So I don't think there's any step backs taken. I think Saquon he could have a really good season again. He might even have more touchdowns this season. You know what I'm saying? He might. So the amount of times he fell 1 yard below the touchdown, he could have been had a better season. So yeah, I'm not putting it past him to have a better season this season, bro. Not at all. So yeah, it's Philly's division to win. This is I feel like at worst we win 11 games at worst. There's a portion of the schedule that gets a little iffy, but yeah, it's Philly's division to win, and Philly's gonna make another run at it.
All right, well, let's get to that part then, man. Let's get to it. Who's ending up in the NFC Championship game and who's getting the dub and going to the Super Bowl? T, I'm gonna start with you on this, man.
NFC Championship, she probably looking at 49ers and Packers. That's old school.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Teams with a bunch of Super Bowl rings. You know what I'm saying? Packers end up taking out the Eagles, and the 49ers end up taking out like the Lions or somebody to get there. And then the 49ers get to the Super Bowl, man. We going back, baby.
Wow, that's a bold prediction. I think it's a bit of a homer pick. I think y'all have a strong season, but Super Bowl, bro?
I just can't see a guy that looks like Purdy. You know what I'm saying? That Purdy face not getting a Super Bowl ring. I can't see it.
Hey man, if I have to see that man do that little square dance shit that was in that commercial in the damn Super Bowl, bro, I might have to vomit.
For people that color, this their season. All right.
Hey, Scruff, man, who you got in the championship game?
This ain't. Hold on. I ain't give you my AFC pick.
We ain't get to the AFC yet, bro. Chill.
No. I jumped the gun.
Nah, I got all green. I got Packers, Eagles in the NFC Championship game.
Yeah, saw that one coming. Bryce, who you got in the NFC Championship game?
Shit is tough. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I can see a lot of different combinations, but I'm gonna go a rematch of last year's divisional. I'm gonna go Lions, Commanders. Lions gonna try to redeem themselves. I got the commies coming out on top, man.
Hey, that's what everybody watching to know, man. We're not homers here. I know everybody just picked their own personal squad to get to the Super Bowl, but you know, I think that's all based off real, like, actual analysis. You know,
It's close
you
enough. Like all these teams legitimately could
are
be in it.
legit.
So
Yeah,
like it's
have a
reasonable for
stake.
us to presume that we could win it. Like, I'm sorry.
The Commanders might not be
Bruh, if you put, I'm trying to straight up,
See-
bro. If you put Jaden Daniels in that same game again with the Eagles, he gonna smoke y'all, bro. Like I'm telling, y'all. I'm trying not to be. Hey, Rome, you know, last year I was humble, Rome. Last year I was real humble, bro, and it was against my nature a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Coming into this season, I'm feeling a little confident, bro. I'm feeling a little confident in my mind, and I feel like we got a generational talent. I feel like we got a future gold jacket. I feel like we got the best quarterback in the NFC, straight up.
Hey, I love it. I love it when y'all talk
somebody
like
that
this.
want to listen, but we got the best quarterback in the NFC in Washington, man.
Hey, T, remember that historic run the tape moment when they said the Commanders is the #1 team in the NFC?
But that shit was so capped. That was AI, bro. That was AI.
And then 3 weeks later, they was out of it and shit. That shit was hilarious.
That's
All right.
when
Couldn't run nothing last year though, as much as you wanted to.
When the city start talking like this, I already know it's about to happen, man.
Bro, T.
That's such a hater take, bro.
No, it's not even that, bro. T is just scarred from his experience.
No.
That's literally all you're going off. You're just going off
Trauma.
I know when the city gets like this in my
Trauma.
experience.
You know what they do?
This is one man's experience, bro.
You know what they do with generational talents in this city? Find a way to lose. Bryce Harper, generational talent, found a way to lose. Ovechkin, they found a way to lose, bro.
How did Ovechkin find a way to lose? He's like the greatest hockey player of all time, bro. What are you talking about? Look, I don't got time for that right now, T. Look, let's keep it pushing to the damn AFC Championship game. Talk about Ovechkin found a way. He's like got the most goals in history, won multiple chips. Like what?
We
clearly don't talk enough hockey on this show.
One chip is more than the 49ers have won with Kyle Shanahan. All right, so
we clearly don't talk enough hockey on this show, but we'll get to that another time, man. Bryce, who you got in the AFC Championship this season?
Damn. This one's tough, man. This one's tough. And I do feel like the Chiefs are going to be on a road to redemption. I think they hate to take the cheap pick, but I do think the Chiefs may get back. So I'll go with Chiefs. And who do I see them playing though? It would only be right, bro. It would only be right. You gotta go Chiefs Bills, man. Go ahead and run that thing back. I got the Chiefs coming out of that. Though.
T, who you got?
I got the Ravens, man. They should have won last year. I mean, in all honesty, they should have won last year. It's kind of a get back season for them. I'm thinking Ravens Chiefs. I'm hoping they don't have to play each other before that because that's a game I'd want to see. But if it is Ravens Chiefs, I'm taking the Ravens to come up out of there and play the 49ers for that rematch.
Scruff?
Yeah, man. I think it's gonna be one of those seasons where the Ravens really dominate badly, and win a lot of games. But yeah, I think it's gonna be the Ravens in the AFC versus the Chiefs.
All right, so I mean, everybody got the Chiefs making it back, man. I gotta say, I disagree with that one though. I think it'll be Ravens Bills. I think the Chiefs will be on a bit of a revenge tour, but I think they get knocked off in the playoffs, man. What would this be? 7 straight AFC championship? 8 straight AFC championships? I mean, honestly, I don't want to bet against it. So if they make it, you know what I mean? But just damn, dog, 8 straight or something. Just let somebody else go, bro. That's how I feel about that one at this point. All right, so let's get to the final prediction of the night, man. And that's everybody's Super Bowl picks, man. We picking it hella early, like we always do here. But let's see who's gonna be on the money, man. I don't know what the odds are on everybody here, but are you putting some money down? Let me know that as well. Scruff, I'm gonna start with you on this one, man. Who's winning the Super Bowl, and are they wearing the color green?
Yes, sir. Philly winning the Super Bowl. You already know. Back to back with them. Back to back for the folks that ain't get the message. Yeah, no, it's gonna be Philly versus Baltimore. And I think Philly gonna win it again, bro. Lamar Jackson, he got to choke on a bigger stage. That's what he got to do. And he'll get there eventually.
That's crazy. Bryce, man, who's winning the chip this year? And are they wearing burgundy?
Y'all see it, man. Stop playing with me, bro. Commanders, Chiefs Super Bowl, and the official passing of the baton from the once best quarterback in the league to the new best quarterback in the league.
Hey, I gotta say, I like how that sounds. I like how that sounds a lot. T, who you got, man? Who's winning the Super Bowl this year?
I really want to say Lamar, but like I feel like Lamar has that Iverson aura to him, where you can get there, but you're not going to win it, unfortunately. So the winner's got to come out the other side. And so, if I really want to say my Niners, but if it's not my Niners, I could see the Eagles running another one back.
Yeah, I definitely can't see the Eagles running another one back. I don't think that's going to happen at all. Who was the last back-to-back winner? It's not going to be Philly. It's not going to be Philly. Me personally, I think the Super Bowl is going to come down to the Commanders and the Ravens. I'm the complete opposite of T. I see the way the city's getting. I see the way the area is getting, and I think they're going to thrive. I think we're going to thrive. I think whatever trauma T has in the past, all these other old school DC sports fans that have been traumatized by what we do with generational players and all that day is over. All right, it's 2025. We heading into 2026. We forging a new path. All right, it's a new day in the DMV area, and I think if we can get a Jaden Daniels, Lamar Jackson Super Bowl, all that haters, you got. It's gonna be like a baptism in the sports world for T. You know what I'm saying? You gotta let all that hate just rinse right out, bro. You gotta let it go, all right? Because we got the two best quarterbacks in the league in the DMV, man. You gotta stop hating on our guys, bro.
All right, bro. Sophomore season, we'll see.
Yep, sophomore slump loaded.
Sophomore slump loaded. Y'all boys is crazy. Y'all boys better pray a sophomore slump is loaded. All right, y'all better pray on that.
Listen, man, we've got tape on them now. You know what I'm saying? So really,
damn about tape.
All
I'm
right.
talking about tape. We got tape on them. All right, you gonna get tape of a 4,000-yard, 30 touchdown season this year. How about that? How about that for tape? No 800 rushing yards on there.
People always say that about the second year, like, oh, they got tape on them. Like, how many years has Pat Mahomes been playing? Like, they don't have tape on Pat Mahomes.
Bro,
and you just picked them to go to the championship again.
Hey, bro, did you not watch the Super Bowl? We destroyed that man, bro. What is you talking about?
But they was 15-2 in the Super Bowl. Bama will tell you that they got tape, but they can't tell me nothing wrong about Jaden's tape. Like, if you can't tell me nothing wrong about my man's tape, I don't want to hear tape, bro. What about the tape is going to help?
Bro,
what about the tape?
I can tell you what's wrong with his tape. I mean, he's average on first and second down. Third down, he's a third down killer because he can beat you with his legs. Like, I can diagnose the guy. He's daily accurate when you get him time. He's daily accurate on the move, explosive arm talent. But he's not, and you can't blitz him. That's my favorite thing about him. You cannot blitz him. So you got to find other creative ways to fool him. And I think that's kind of how it's gonna go. And
bro, you told me nothing about the tape. What about the tape is saying they got tape like what? You deadly accurate.
I just told you
great. He's great. You basically told me he's great.
No,
you know what the tape told me?
He was great.
He is good, but the same way they got tape on Mahomes, and Mahomes had to change his game, and they said, hey, take away all explosives, make him dip and dunk, and Mahomes hates to dip and dunk, and that 15 wins. But they still struggled. You know what I'm saying? They didn't look as dominant. They still got 15 wins.
15 wins and they still struggled is crazy.
Hey, bro.
Nah, he right though. Y'all trying to make it seem like
right. He's not right, bro.
Bro, it was a game where they barely beat the Raiders. Like Mahomes, look at Mahomes' numbers.
Oh, bro, but you're not right, bro. You're not right about what you're saying about Mahomes. What you're doing is you're comparing Pat Mahomes' best season in the league, which was one of the best historic quarterback season, and then you're taking his season last year. You're looking at those two and being like, but the amount of things you have to disregard to do that is insane.
I'm not.
One, you're disregarding the weapons around him. Mahomes is doing it just him and Kelsey at this point, bro. Remember, no Rashee Rice last season, right? Like it's not like he's got a plethora of weapons anymore. He's doing this shit on his own, going 15-2.
Did he have a first round pick as a receiver?
A 170 guy, bro. A 165 guy. A
He's also a
165
4-2
guy, bro.
Bro,
I don't care.
he's like a 4-3, 4-2 guy.
Yeah, I'm saying 165 weight though.
We don't talk about weapons with Brady. Like when you are that guy, we didn't talk about weapon. Bro, I watched Aaron Rodgers make a shake with Randall Cobb and Vantez Scowling and all these other bums. Like,
All right, to your point though, you want to talk about guys missing weapons. Brock Purdy was missing his top weapon last year, and you guys were last place.
yeah, but
Last place. So,
listen,
bro,
we're in last place because of our offense. We still had a top 10 in the league offense. We had a ranked 29 defense. Look at the point score. We scored more points than we probably scored more points than the Commanders. We couldn't stop people. 29th ranked defense. That's not on Purdy. Purdy finished in the top 7, and he finished above Mahomes in stats. So, like,
Bro, the biggest thing that I feel like is getting overlooked here with Pat Mahomes is because we're just what I feel like is happening is we're stat watching.
watch the games.
Okay, then you should know what I'm about to tell you. If he gets the ball last, it's game over, bro. That's all that matters, bro. Everything else you talking, bro, that shit don't matter, bro. It's just stuff to say. Because at the end of the day, bro, if he gets the ball last, they're winning the game, bro.
So if he gets the ball last and he's down by 10, then what?
They still might win the game, bro. They still might win the game. Like that's the type of shit Pat is on, bro. Like, keep me close and I'm gonna win the game for you, bro. And that's what I see out. That's what I see out of Jaden, bro. If he got the ball last, close game, he winning the game, bro.
My man just dropped off the show.
yeah, it looked like T's battery might have died on that jump. But like that is a good point about Jaden Daniels, and I think that's the definition of a clutch quarterback, man. If you can give him the ball last and you feel like you got the chance to win, that separates the elite from the true elite. So Jaden's definitely in that category. I'm mad T dropped off though because I have some more points to make about Brock Purdy, but we'll save it for another time, man. We've had a long show tonight, man. Y'all fellas know how we end every show. Sports for the culture.